Based on your examination of the defendant and the defendant's equipment, could you testify about how she had her weapons holstered to enable her to draw them?
They were both in what I would call a straight draw position. So both the rear handles of the taser and the gun would be facing her rear.
How was the firearm? Pardon me. How would Officer Potter be able to pull the firearm from her firearm holster?
Her firearm was on her dominant side, which you have to use your right hand to draw.
Yep. Was there any safety mechanisms or straps that were holding it into the holster?
Yes.
What was that? Could you describe that?
That particular holster has a snap retention system, same concept. It's a security mechanism. Once the firearm is in the holster and that snap is, placed on, the firearm cannot be removed until that snap is released.
Okay. And you would unsnap that snap with your dominant hand, with your right hand?
Yes.
Okay. What about the taser on the left side? How is that unholstered?
Again, breaking that retention system or pushing that lever, and then using your non-dominant hand.
Okay. Agent McGinnis, you now are in possession of Exhibit 203. Could you describe this taser's general features?
It's a Taser 7, model Taser 7, yellow in color. It has a safety switch on it, a battery in the bottom of it.
Could you hold up the taser and show the jury the safety switch? If you have that safety switch in the disarmed position, can that be fired?
No.
To activate it, you have to flip the safety switch. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay. And one moment ago, deputy came over and provided you a live battery, correct?
Correct.
All right. What will happen when you turn on that battery, based on your training and experience?
When I put the battery in and activate the taser,
Yeah.
it will show it'll arm it and show the lasers, the CID screen, and the flashlight.
Okay. When you say it'll show this CID screen, could you describe where that's going to come from?
From the back, it shows the information about the taser, the battery level, and the probe status.
Okay, and you testified that there's also lasers?
Yes.
Okay, could you tell the jury what is shot out the end of that taser once you arm it?
There are aiming lasers that show you where to fire.
Okay.
The taser probes.
Okay. At this time, Agent McGinnis, I'd ask you to stand up, stay behind the witness box there, and to activate the taser to show the LED lights, the lasers, and the flashlight. Thank you. Do you recall taking the firearm and the Officer Potter's taser on May 6th of 2021?
Yes.
Okay. Describe the circumstances that prompted you to be in possession of both of those items.
Myself, Melissa Lauren, and one of our crime scene photographers, one of our special agents, we're going to take pictures of the items and weigh them.
Okay. And did you use a scale provided by the BCA Crime Lab?
Yes.
And when you weighed the firearm, what was included in that weight?
Ammunition.
17 rounds of live ammunition?
Correct.
And why did you weigh the firearm with ammo?
That would represent what was in the firearm the day of the incident.
And did you, you weighed both items, correct?
Correct.
Did you document the weights of those items?
Yes.
Okay, what were the results?
The firearm weighed approximately 2.11 pounds. The taser weighed approximately 0.94 pounds.
Okay. So the Glock with the ammo weighed about over twice as much as the taser.
The objection is overruled. I'll let you answer.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, I'd like to discuss for a moment some other differences beyond weight between the Glock and the taser. Could you please put up simultaneously exhibits 224 and 178? Was identifying differences between these two weapons something that you did in the course of your investigation?
Yes.
And can you identify some of the differences for the jury at this time?
Yes.
Okay, please.
The evidence speaks for itself. Object.
The objection is overruled. You may answer.
Thank you.
The taser is yellow. The firearm is black. The taser has a stocky body to it compared to the Glock handgun. The grip of the taser is shorter and wider than the Glock.
Let's pause on that. How much shorter is the handle on the taser?
I don't know the exact number, but when you're holding the taser, I guess you can't get all your fingers on it.
Okay, like your pinky finger?
Correct.
Okay. What about the texture of the grip?
The Glock handgun is textured a majority of the way around it, including the back. The Taser 7 has some light texturing on the sides, but not on the back. The Glock trigger is curved. The Taser trigger is flat with some serrations cut into it. The Taser has an external, I guess, on and off switch or safety. The Glock does not.
What does the Glock have in terms of a safety mechanism?
Technically, it has an internal safety, and then it's not really a safety, but the button on the trigger, it would need to be pushed in along with the trigger to be set off.
Okay. And so, and then previously you've already shown the jury in the demonstration the lasers and the LED lights?
Correct.
Okay. Is there any lasers or LED lights on the firearm?
There is not.
And you've already testified as to the differences between the holsters, correct?
Yes.
And the hands which are used to unholster the weapons.
Correct.
You have